How's life going for you guys? This is Emily. I'm here with my week 19 pregnancy update, plant-based pregnancy update, I should say. I have a list of things I want to talk about, so I'm going to be marking them off as I go. I want to make sure I talk about all of them. And for you ladies out there who have had children, who've been pregnant before, feel free to share what your experience with me. I would love to hear it. Okay, so let's get into it. So, all right, week 19, I have the worst allergies of my life, like hay fever, pollen type allergy, whatever it is. It has hit me like a ton of bricks this week, and I just feel terrible. My nose is so congested, and well, I've been suffering from, I've only had allergies for like, this is year 3 for me, and this pregnancy, I've had the worst allergies of my life. Like, I've never had it this bad before. My OB prescribed Claritin, and I've actually become desperate enough that I'm actually taking Claritin now. And so I'm on day 3 of taking it. And it's 10 milligrams of Claritin. And then I also bought a neti pot. So I've been basically squirting water at my nose. Basically, and I don't know. It's a blue neti pot, if you've ever seen those before. I got my box of tissues here. I have tissues with me wherever I go now. My nose is runny. It's not fun, you know? I wish these allergies would go away. But there are some other natural remedies I want to look into. As soon as I start to feel better, I'm going to go off the Claritin because it does... I mean, there's a warning label right on it that talks about the link between Claritin and liver disease and kidney disease, and I don't need either of those. Thank you very much. So, I had to read the back of the box. I just had to. So, I've heard of oregano oil for both allergies and for just preventing colds and stuff. So, I want to try the oregano oil, and then there's also, you can take a combination, I think it's either grapeseed oil or apricot seed oil, I forget which one, and you take that with vitamin C, and that's something I might want to try. What is the other one? Oh, and then raw apple cider vinegar. I tried years ago, a few years ago, the raw local honey, and I did not notice any difference with that, and I don't know if I'm willing to try that again. I kind of don't think so, but you know, those are the only options I've really heard of, other than lock yourself in your house and don't ever leave until the allergies are gone. Not really willing to do that either, because I walk outdoors every day as long as it's sunny, and I don't know if you can tell, but it is definitely a sunny day today, so I will be going on a walk later. I need to check with my OB before trying any of these alternative, like the oregano oil and all that stuff. I need to check with him first and make sure that's okay for pregnant women. Okay, so I talked about that. Next thing I want to talk about is I'm having more issues with my teeth, and I had a root canal back in November, and I just found out recently that my root canal that I had back in November, well, it's been hurting, right? But actually, okay, I'm going to get confused here. The root canal that I had in November hurts, but there's no infection according to the x-rays. So my opinion is that it's forming an infection and it's going to happen soon or at some point, but there's no infection yet. So I'm just kind of living with the pain. It only hurts when I eat. Then on the other side of my mouth, I have a root canal that was done a year ago, and it doesn't hurt at all, but they took x-rays of it, and it definitely has an infection inside of it. So I'm going to have that worked on, cleaned out, and then basically rework that root canal is what they're going to do. I'm doing that next week on Wednesday, and I wish there was an alternative that would work for me. I've looked into everything that I can possibly find from searching on the internet. I've looked into a bridge, won't work. I've looked into getting like a partial denture. Well, that is a bridge. I've looked into basically getting full dentures on the bottom of my mouth. So, I don't really plan on keeping that root canal for the rest of my life because I don't believe for a second that the infection won't come back. I just don't. But I have to take care of it right now because I talked to my OB about it, and he said, and he confirmed what I've found just by Googling. If you have an infection in your mouth, like from a root canal, it is linked to early labor and premature birth, which can lead to health problems for the baby once it comes out. So I have to do this before I get into the 3rd trimester. So I'm set up to do that next week. And guess what? It's going to max out my insurance, so I can't. And I have other dental work I need to do. So I'm going to spend a lot of money on my teeth again this year. So I'm not looking forward to that. But it's an unfortunate thing when you were a child that had extreme amount of cavities growing up. These cavities turn into worse problems when you get older. And I mean, I'm only 32 and I'm already spending a lot of money trying to fix all the problems from my teeth when I was a child. So, yay! And I get to deal with this while I'm pregnant. Okay, so moving on. I feel lately like maybe I've been possibly feeling the baby kicking me. I'm not sure. Earlier on, I thought maybe I was feeling it, and then it turns out it was just gas. But now I kind of feel like I feel like I'm being kicked. I feel it mainly in the morning when I'm just kind of laying in bed and I haven't gotten up yet. Sometimes I'll feel like something's kicking me. I don't know how to explain the feeling, but it's almost like a fluttering, but almost stronger than that. And I don't know how else to explain it. So it could still be gas or something, but I think I feel it kicking. And I only feel it maybe once or twice a day. Let's talk about my weight. So I have put on a little bit of weight now, finally. I'm on week 19 and I'm just now putting on weight. I guess last week is when I was putting it on. But anyway, so because I have a high BMI, it's common for women with a high BMI to lose weight during pregnancy. And it's even possible to continue losing weight throughout the entire pregnancy when you have a really high BMI. But I have a pretty high BMI. It's getting better, but because of all the weight I took off last year. But it's still considered high. So I lost like 8 pounds during the 1st trimester, and then during the 2nd trimester, I've been slowly putting that back on and then maintaining my weight. And then just recently I put on like 2 or 3 pounds, on about 3 pounds, which is interesting because I was reading, I have this book, it's called Your Pregnancy Week by Week. I'm reading it, it's behind the camera actually. For week 19, in the book, it talks about the approximate weight of the baby in ounces. And so it also talks about, at this point, the baby weighs so many ounces. The embryonic fluid, is that how you say that? Weighs so many ounces. The placenta weighs so many ounces. The uterus weighs so many ounces. When you're pregnant, you have a higher blood volume, and that weighs so many ounces. So I added that all together, and it comes out to about 3 pounds. So I've literally put on 3 pounds from my pre-pregnancy weight. Isn't that interesting? I just find that to be so interesting. Maybe it's just me, but it means that I'm not putting on any extra added fat. I'm just simply putting on baby weight so far, and I think that is amazing due to the amount of food I'm eating. Sounds like for the pregnancy, I'm right on track. For the baby weight. Now, if you're someone who's at a more normal weight, by week 19, you may have put on like 10 or 15 pounds or something. But because I have a high BMI, it's a little different story for me. I just wanted to point that out so I don't scare anyone. It's totally cool if you've gained more weight than that. Okay. So I want to talk about food. I'm finding it is just so interesting how I'm eating a lot of food and I'm not putting on any fat. Isn't that amazing? I'm eating all the time now because I'm hungry all the time now. I am at a point in my pregnancy where I'm eating snacks. I can't go very long between meals. I just get so hungry. My stomach growls in between meals. And even when I eat really hearty, more calorically dense foods. So I feel so lucky to know about plant-based, be aware of it, and be eating this plant-based diet. And I don't mean diet as in calorie restriction, because that's what most diets are about, but I mean as in the original definition of diet, which is what you habitually eat. So I habitually eat plants, and I'm not gaining any excess weight during this pregnancy, and I feel lucky to be in the know. I don't eat at night, but I'll wake up in the middle of the night when my stomach is growling and I'm starving to death. And I'm like, really? So I've been eating like almost all the way up until I go to bed. I eat pretty late at night. I eat a snack now because I don't want to be laying there hungry all night. But it doesn't matter what I eat. I wake up every night hungry in the middle of the night. And then I just roll over and fall back to sleep and it's fine. But I don't keep any snacks by my bed, but it's funny how hungry you really do get when you're pregnant. You know, it's like my body is constantly demanding food. So there you go with that. I want to talk about my nails, my fingernails. Now, this is the longest I've ever been able to grow my fingernails before. They may not look that long, but to me, this is really, really long fingernail growth. You know why? Because I've never been able to grow out my fingernails. They always break. My fingernails are typically very thin, and the smallest abrasion will break my nail, and so I've never been able to have long nails. And my nails are coming in very thick and strong. Really cool to finally, the first time in my life, be able to grow nails. It's exciting. For me, anyway. Okay. So, yeah, let's talk about boobs. My boobs are growing. I don't think you can see them. But, you know, they're growing, and I'd like to know your guys' opinion for those ladies out there who've been pregnant before or are pregnant currently. Did you have to go up a cup size, and what did you just go out and buy a regular bra, just a cup size up increase, or did you actually buy a maternity bra, or did you go out and buy the nursing bra early? I'm just curious because it's at a point where I should probably start thinking about buying a couple new bras for this reason. But I'm like, I went to the motherhood store and it seemed like they didn't really have maternity bras. It looked like they mostly had nursing bras, and I don't think I really need those yet. So what did you do? What worked for you, and what brand did you like, and what kind did you like? if you wouldn't mind sharing, because I'm kind of clueless. So that would be great. Okay, so that's enough about my boobs. Um, so the last thing I want to talk about is next week I find out the sex of the baby. So if it's a boy or girl, I will know Friday of next week. And Friday I'm going to be probably announcing that on my Instagram. So watch for that if you follow me on Instagram. Otherwise, we're going out of town. So like we're going to find out the sex of the baby. We're going to tell the grandparents, and then we are hitting the road. My husband has this college reunion thing that we're going to. So that's Friday, Saturday, and we'll be home Sunday. So Sunday is probably when I will make and post a video. It's possible I might have internet connection at our hotel, and I might have time and to go ahead and just do it there. But I wanted to let you guys know just in case I don't get around to it and until Sunday. But I am going to find out the sex of the baby next week. I'm so excited. Not that it matters at all, but still it just, I don't know, it'll just be fun to know, you know? To know if it's a boy or a girl. And hopefully we'll have 100% accurate answer on that. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. We're so excited to find out, and we have names picked out. I feel lucky. My pregnancy has been pretty mild so far. I'm just dealing with these stupid allergies and my stupid tooth. But other than that, I'm pretty happy, and yeah, I just can't wait to meet this little one. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.